Good morning.
Good morning.
We're in here in the workshop. The other day we got all of our frames built for our barn sliding doors on the outside. They're going to be 76 inches wide and 113 inches long. So we made the frame out of angle iron. Then we got some tongue and groove pine. We're going to put this all on the inside, line it, and then we'll take some 1x4 pine and go out and edge it. And that's how we're going to be making these doors. So let's get this frame flipped over and we'll try putting a board in, make sure it's going to fit the way we expect it to fit, and then we can finish cutting everything and start getting these things assembled. I am excited to see what these are going to look like. We're going to shishiki bond them, so we can't paint the frames yet. We'll have to do that after we do our shishiki bonding. So my idea is to do tongue and groove on the inside, and that should still give us roughly 3/4 of an inch. So then we'll screw all this to the frame. So that's going to help strengthen the wood and the metal, and it's going to keep the wood straight and keep it from warping. That's what I'm using the angle iron for. Then we'll take a piece of 1x4 pine and go around the edges, and that'll give us 1.5 inches thick. And I'll take another one and go this way, and we'll picture frame it. And then once we have that part done, we'll look at it visually. Two things. We'll look at it visually, see if we like it, or if we want to put an X or a Z or anything, or a center one in it, or...
Can you show us that again? Okay.
Like that. Or we'll see if we want to do that for more strength, because that also adds strength a little bit.
So is that the inside or the outside?
This will be the outside. So one of the big reasons I want to have the frame is to keep the door true, like straight and not waving or bowing. So like right now you can see this pine board, it's straight here. This frame is all square and straight, but down there it bows in. So I'll be able to anchor it here, put like a screw in here, and then suck this over and straighten out that board. And if I was just doing it all with wood, it wouldn't be nice, true and straight doing it without the angle iron. So let's get this one in. We'll get the next one in, glue it, and then just keep working our way and go from there.
You probably figured most of this out when you were sleeping.
Probably. All I could find for wood to metal screws were Phillips head drives, which is kind of a disappointment. They make these in a shorter length, but the Phillips head was only Phillips head, so I'm like, we're gonna strip them out completely. So I went with the super long ones. We're gonna have to cut them back. I went with the bigger Phillips head because they have, I don't know what number Phillips head that's considered, number 3, and then you can actually use a square drive bit or a big number 3, and they don't strip out as easy. The other ones were a number 2 Phillips head, so they're just like a regular sheetrock screw, and those are just gonna strip out super easy, and it's gonna get frustrating trying to get them in the metal. So I had to go with the super long ones. These are 2 3/4 inch, unfortunately, so they're gonna stick out quite a bit, and then we'll just have to cut them off. I was hoping somebody was going to have a Torx one, but nobody around here sells the Torx bit style. We've been doing a lot of welding in the workshop, using a lot of power for building the barn, building in here, and we haven't been having a lot of sun, and the roof solar panels are covered with snow, and we still have 85% of our batteries left with our grid down readout system. So I am super excited about that. The system's been working really well all winter. 85% battery, we are good. We don't got to worry about losing lights today.
And we have been having a lot of gray days, so.
Lots.
That's really good.
These are self-tapping screws, but trying to go through 1/8 inch thick angle iron is going to take forever, so I'm going to pre-drill them, so that way we're not fighting it. Bam.
Yeah, that's long.
Yeah. We'll go around and cut them all off after. So now, let's go down that end, pull that over straight, clamp it, and we'll get them screwed in place. If it's that slow drilling, I can just imagine how slow it would be trying to self-tap those screws.
I was thinking the same thing. You're gonna get glue all over your stuff.
That's okay. All right. Just like that. I like it.
Try doing one without pre-drilling.
Okay, on that side, but I'll pre-drill the first one. You just want to watch me struggle.
We want to see if you're wasting your time pre-drilling or if it actually makes it worth it. So
All right, here. Record me with the camera, because you'll know. Tell me when to go, and I'll hit start recording.
Okay.
How long?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay, so we get this screw in, and then we'll.
Okay, hold on. I would say that adds another 5 seconds, so that's 10 seconds total.
Okay.
Hold on. Yep. Faster.
It's faster.
Right, like
not pre-drilling.
Like 4 seconds.
Really?
Yep.
I would never guess that. Okay, so we won't pre-drill. Good to know. It is quicker to do it.
I'll check the next one just to double check. What?
All right. So now we got to glue up another board and keep working. We'll have to get an assembly line set up. So we need 15 boards per door. So I got them stacked that way. We still got to cut up the last door, but I got them stacked. So we'll have to figure out like a way to set up an assembly line so we can glue. Maybe you can glue, and then I'll set them in place, screw them, and then just boom, 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 boom. I'll knock it out.
That's easier?
That's quicker. Yep. For sure.
Figuring out how to be more efficient. At least a few seconds shorter.
Okay. And it'll probably be a lot quicker because you don't gotta
Put it down,
drill down, pick up another one, and get the screw, and
Right,
so
right.
probably saves you at least half
How
the
about
time.
muscle-wise?
It's not bad. Once we're done building the barn, we'll get the workshop nice and organized. We'll get storage, we'll get workbenches, and we'll put away what we don't need. But we have so many different projects going on right now, we have a mess. This is when the angle iron's really nice. The board's cupped and bowed, so we can clamp it to the angle iron, screw it in place, and then go down there, do the same thing, and that way we get all of that out and everything is nice and straight.
You're smoking.
She's hot stuff.
You're gonna have to figure out another way after. So do you feel like that saves you time not pre-drilling?
Yeah, definitely. One less step to have to do. 10 3/8. 8 1/4. What we're gonna have to do is get this one in, glued up, but not screwed. Get the other one ripped, glue it, go like this, get it in place, push them both down, and screw both the last ones at the same time. So we need to go 3 inches is tight. Don't make a mess. I can give you a hard time now.
Don't say that.
Feel the pressure?
Yeah, and then you don't have it set up the same way I had before. I had a groove.
All I'm hearing is
I
excuses,
had a groove.
excuses, excuses.
A literal groove, not this groove.
That's just an excuse.
Stop it.
Now I gotta see what I can do. Gotta do this. Oops.
Oh, I'm trying to get it in over here.
And this. And then,
And it's warped a little.
yep. It's not
Got
short.
it?
Let's see now.
Oop, oop, oop.
Now we just gotta press it in place. I gotta slide that forward. I need a screwdriver. All right. Give that a tap with a hammer, I think. Same with up here. All right, now we can cut our 1x4s and get our 1x4s on before we flip it over. See how this fits?
Perfect?
Perfect. So, all right, perfect fit. I like it. So now I'm gonna take it all back apart, glue it, and then put it back in and screw it. It's the biggest door I've ever built.
Really?
Yeah, I've never built a door that big.
It's pretty big. Don't go past the line.
Don't do it. A little stretch. Then this side.
Wow, it's like a puzzle.
Right, just like a puzzle. So now I want to get some of this screwed into the angle iron, and then we'll put a couple in just to the wood on the outside edges to really sandwich it good.
And you need to make sure you don't hit the other screws.
Correct. But that looks good. That went together well. I like doing the angle iron because it definitely kept everything true 90s. It's a nice 32 degrees out this morning. We got some rain, so everything is covered in a coat of ice. It's supposed to get up into the upper 30s, low 40s today, so it's gonna melt and it's gonna make for a fun day. All right, 68 and 5/8.
Watch out.
All right, so we changed our minds up a bit. We have a skinny board on each door. So we're gonna try to do the skinny boards the center. So that way when the doors are closed, it looks more like a regular board. So boom. All right, so now that we have everything in here temporarily, I'm gonna mark it all with a pencil, take it back out, and then we'll put our glue down. So that way we know where our glue is going. Because it's kind of a pain doing it, but it's gonna make the door a lot stronger. All right, now we gotta flip it over and cut off and grind some screws.
Look
Lots
at
of them.
that. Looks so pretty.
Looking fancy.
Had a decision to make whether we wanted to do wooden doors or tin doors using the metal siding. Again, we figured out the cost was going to be about the same, considering you'd have to get more angle iron if you did the tin. And with the other doors being wooden and having the Shishikibon, we thought it would look really good to do it this way. And I like it so far. So I'm excited to see what it looks like all done.
All right, so we got our door leaned up. Now we can go ahead and cut off all these screws and just grind them nice and smooth and get these little daggers out of our way. Snow coming off the roof. Oh, no more snow on the roof, on this side at least. That is one door down. Time to get the next one up and do it all over again. We just gotta remember, we're making the doors that we have the X's going the right way in a pair. So yeah, we just gotta remember that. That's what the back side of the door looks like. That's gonna be cool on the inside too. So I'm excited to see what these look like all installed. We still got a little bit of ways away before we do that, but we're getting closer. Okay, so I'll flip it up. I'm gonna take my end and go this way. You gotta pivot.
Pivot.
That board's got a nice bow to it too. We'll straighten it out.
Hoping these doors are going to be nice and strong and sit nice when we have them up, and they will work and slide nice, because there's nothing worse than doors that don't move the way you want to or work the way you want to, especially when you're trying to get things done. What do you think?
I think they'll work out good. They're heavy, but not too heavy. You kind of need them heavy because you don't want them just blowing around out there in the wind. So they got to have weight to them. So I think they'll be good. Once we get everything situated and in place and everything done, we got to figure out handles and latches and all the different things. But I think they'll be good. So on this last piece, when I run it through the table saw, I had the table saw on a 5-degree angle. So that way I can get it really tight and then whack it in. So it kind of like wedges it, and it'll help squish everything nice and tight. So now, even in the center, we have the glue squirting out because it compressed everything, which is what we want.
Squish. We wanted it to squish.
We want it squished nice and tight. All right, so now we got to cut 2 of them at 1/13 and 1/8. Okay.
I think we're going to be very happy that we chose wood, because I'm not sure what the inside of the metal door would end up looking like, and this is going to be a lot heavier dutier, I think. So I think that will be, I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to look really, really good too with the building. Push it.
I mean, a whisker, not even, like, just a hair. Like a 30-second.
Well, what's thicker, a whisker or a hair?
Whisker's thicker. A cat whisker's thicker than my hair. Come on.
I don't know about your hair, but.
Sheesh. All right, I took off a hair. I'm hoping I didn't need to take a whisker off.
Is the hair good?
A hair is perfect. I like it.
Tear it apart, to put it back together,
Right?
but better.
Now we can do our diagonals. All right, so center 1, 13, and say a quarter almost. What a perfect fit.
Perfect.
Perfect. And then 1 3/4 inches right there.
What does that look like? Some kind of animal. An insect.
Let's check it. Perfect. I like it. Now we can just mark it all and then glue it down and screw it. We gotta go back down below and finish working on the doors. We got quite a bit down, but I wanted to let the glue set up before I did any cutting and grinding. And I was working on some other stuff. Just ate dinner, it was delicious. I wanted to show you guys how good these headlights are in the Can-Am Defender now. Look at them things. That's low beam, high beam. Low beam, high beam. Shoo! Yep, those headlights are awesome. So off camera, ended up getting the wire ran underground from the workshop down here. I didn't finish it in the workshop yet. I just have it ran sitting there. So that is all hooked up on that side. Supposed to be getting more rain. I need to get this lumber in. But what is it coming out here for? Oh, all the doors are almost done. We got some out here drying. These ones are all set. We gotta go inside, finish that one up. But man, everything is looking good and we are getting there. Need to unplug. Do I want to unplug the lights out here yet? Probably not, because I should bring that pile of lumber in. So let's go finish the door and then we'll come back out here and stick all of that lumber back in here, because that lumber is to build the chicken coop in the workshop. And I didn't have the forks on the tractor earlier. We put them on so that way we could use it to be the spool for the wire that we ran in the conduit, and that went a lot easier than we expected. So I am excited about that. This outside light works awesome. And we have 3 on the barn, 1 on this side, 1 on this side, and then 1 on the other side. So once we have our power all hooked up out there, it'll be interesting to see how bright it is down here. So yeah, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Let's get inside, get these doors ground down, shut the outside light off. Bam, look at that. All right. So it's about 35 degrees out right now, depending on which weather station and which weather app you look at. Some say we're supposed to get a bunch of rain. Some say we're supposed to get freezing rain, then change into snow. So I don't know exactly what we're getting, but all I do know is that wood pile needs to get inside the workshop. We can take it out, and we can take it out tomorrow if the weather changes. So let's get this in, and then we'll have dry lumber for building the chicken coop. Yeah. I'm looking forward to having this barn barn done soon. We'll be able to have all of our animals down here, do so many different things. It's gonna be good. All right, we got that inside. I'm gonna leave the TYM parked in here the way it is. So that way, depending on what the weather's like in the morning, I can figure out what I'm gonna do with that lumber. But we get it in out of the rain or out of the snow. We'll find out in the morning. But this is where we're gonna end the video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That makes a big difference. We'll see you guys right back here in the next video. Hope you guys are having a good winter. It's been a crazy one here. Bye.